Good evening, everybody. This is Paul, and I'm a Reformed Nerd, and I'm starting back up with Tropico 6. I took yesterday off and played with something else. Oh, sorry, just saw my proportions were a little off. Let me fix that. There we go. Apologies. But yeah, just bear with me 1 second. I'll get this launched up, and we're going to give one of the or two of the mission islands a try, because so far I've only been playing the sandbox open missions. And I kind of wanted to take a look at what these pre-prepared missions are looking like. So bear with me, and I'll be here in a second. All right, well, thank you for waiting. I've got my system all set up here, and let's see what options we have available to us on the missions. Sorry, I'm just going to move my mic. That's probably going to be annoying. All right. So let's see here. The very first joint adventure of El Presidente and his loyal aide. Challenged by another dictator, El Presidente and Peñoleto set out to conduct an unparalleled experiment in equality, a culture without houses. That sounds actually a little interesting. I don't know how you do this without houses. Propaganda. Okay, so they actually tell you what the focus is. Criminals and lower crime safety. Alternative economics. A tropical paradise assumed to be sinking and unusable turned into a flourishing archipelago thanks to El Presidente's indigenous idea of mixing oil and tourism. Although exploiting miles of pristine beachfront, sunny flowers wants support for her seal-saving endeavor. Could be interesting. Disasters. Proclaiming independence. Well, I've made it through the independence part of this game a couple of times. So I think the one that is most interesting to me is the rival dictators with no residential buildings. That sounds actually like a bit of a challenge. Okay, bear with me. Alright, so I think I got everything set here. I'm going to go ahead and put this up to hard, actually, just for the heck of it. And let's give it a start. So no residential buildings is going to definitely add a twist. I'm not sure how you keep people happy if they don't have a house. So let's see what the game has in mind. I have definitely been enjoying this beta, though. It's actually the first time I've ever pre-ordered a game, and the first beta I've ever actually participated in.
It may have been the worst of times, for it was certainly not the best of times. But the Second World War created many opportunities too, Presidente. For instance, it was during this time that your unmatched genius anticipated the need for frugal ways of life. Many homes had been bombed, and people everywhere were trying to adapt. The Isla de las Casas Modestas, your unparalleled experiment in equality, was to become so much more. Presidente, I received a boastful letter from Proximo, aide to the leader of Santo Tonto. Is this some kind of challenge? He is such a snake.
They have a plan to create an equal society, apparently by establishing a single legal haircut. This is stupid and not very ambitious, Presidente. We must show them up. Our population must thrive to prove the superiority of your plan for equality, a culture without houses. So I have to double the population without any houses.
Time is precious, Presidente. Especially your time, as you are the busy leader of a nation and not just a child playing in a sandbox.
I don't know why they just read the first sentence and then not read the second sentence. I don't know, maybe they're trying to save money on the voice acting, I'm not sure. But as your ever subservient assistant, I took the freedom to prepare a humble draft of the Tropican Constitution to save time. You still need to sign it, though, maybe between the second breakfast and your pre-lunch nap. Pre-brunch nap, I should say. So I don't have any options to make changes, so what am I stuck with here? All citizens can vote. I have a militia system for military. Oh, I actually can. Okay, so it's set by this to the default. So, yeah. If that's what I'm supposed to play this as, I can work with that. Alright, let me just pause this and take a look around, see what my economy is looking like. So I got a cattle ranch out here. Lumber mill here. Seems kind of like an odd place to put a lumber mill. Where is my sawmill? Coconut harvester. Rum distillery. Sugar. Okay, well that's logical. At least the distillery and the sugar are close together. So did I just miss the harvest? Yeah. I just didn't look far enough down. There is lumber mill there. So that is logical. I stand corrected. I apologize, developers. Bus garage. I haven't played around with the bus garage yet. I don't know how that works. Newspaper, clinic, chapel, Teamsters, of course. Tavern, construction office, and my palace. Okay, that's acceptable. And got the port. I think that is everything. Yeah, that looks to be the case. And do I have anything available for export? No, they haven't. They didn't start me with anything actually at the dock. That's fine. Up to 5%. I'll turn that on a little bit later, just because one issue I do have with this game a lot is that the Teamsters, it seems like no matter how many Teamsters offices you put down, they always fall behind. And that just irritates me when I'm in desperate need of money and I have enough supplies that would get me the money that I need, but they're just not actually making it to the dock to get loaded up onto the barge. Okay. So I think that the easiest industry I can start with is probably going to be a leather tanner, because I do have the ranch up here already. So this is producing hides and meat. So if I do go on ahead and put down a tannery to get those hides switched over into leather, that will definitely make a instant impact in regards to my economy, because that will be a slightly higher value output. I'm up to 6 people already. Welcome. Feel free to post anything in chat if you'd like. I try my best to keep up with that. Fortunately, when you're only having 6 people, it's pretty easy to keep up. So. All right, we've got the.
Wrote asking, how can I help El Presidente win the war? The palace replies, vote El Presidente in the next election.
All right. So I'm gonna get myself set up here. I apologize. Kind of got a late start. The kid did not want to go to sleep today, so. So a freighter left with 9,000 on it, and I am already getting hides in place. So some hides are getting shipped out too early, because I would rather them be turned into leather now, because that's going to get me a little bit better profit. So I've got 129 citizens. 48 are unemployed. Yikes, that's higher than I expected. So I actually don't see any corn plantations down, so I'm not sure what my people are eating. So I think maybe that would be a good thing for me to do, because last time I played this game, my people were pretty picky about, eating. So it could be a long-term benefit for me to actually go on ahead and get that down. I shouldn't plow over the coconuts to do it, I'm guessing. 94%. With how they've got the road set up here, it's a little bit on the difficult side to actually find a decent place to plop this down. Unless I go all the way out here. Yeah, that gets me 93% efficiency, 94%. It doesn't look like I can get over 94. So I'll sacrifice 1% just for design's sake and put this down here. So that'll be a little bit of food coming in for my people. And I'll go on ahead and put down a fisherman's wharf as well. Do they have access to this part of the map down here? I am not entirely sure. But I'll go ahead and put it there and just bring the road over to them. Sadly, the bridge does not center itself well over the water. That's gonna get my OCD a little annoyed. That's a little bit better if I push it back one more row. So I want it to be connected, but I don't want the road to look too stupid. Yeah, I spend a little bit too much of this game on road design. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that. That looks good. So I'll...
We love our shacks, built with our own hands and lovingly decorated with sheet metal and plastic bags.
Alright, so they want variety of food, which is fine, because I'm already well on that mission. So, yeah, got the fishery going down and the corn going down. So that should definitely make an impact on my food variety. But just to ensure that's what's going to happen, what other crops would be of value? Yeah, I mean, I've got the same issues down here. All of the fertile land is pretty decently chopped up, which makes actually finding room to throw down additional plantations a little bit difficult. So that's 94% efficiency that I put it down here. That works for me. And what else can they eat? Wool, milk, leather, pig meat, and these take up significantly less room. So what if I just pop this down? 98% efficiency, and it's already in the downtown core, so that should work out pretty well, and it should take care of a little bit of my unemployment problem. Let me see if I can find something that I'm exporting. Planks. So is anyone looking to buy planks at a higher price? Doesn't look like it. Planks, oh, that's importing. I do not want to import planks. I want to export planks. Sadly, no one wants my planks. That's slightly annoying. And I have no active trade licenses at the moment. But I could maybe
Flying
build
cars the future? Only
the...
if Tropico can win the war. So remember, if you want flying cars, be vigilant and buy war bonds.
Well, since no one wants to buy my planks, I'm just going to unlock the shipyard and get this down now, rather than waiting for later. But yeah, this is going to be definitely interesting, because if I am not able to actually build any housing... Yes, I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep my happiness up. So I suppose I'm going to have to basically focus on growing as fast as I can. So in that end, I'm going to unlock the immigration office, just in hopes that I can spur growth faster, because at least if I can get my growth up before my people get too ticked off with me, I should still be able to win this game. So I'll just go ahead and put the immigration office right next to the dockyards here, because the immigration, it does seem to make sense to me that the immigration office is the first thing they see from my island. And I guess I'll give my builders a little bit of time to get caught up here. But the corn is down, that's good. And my cattle ranch is sitting on 372. Any of that making over to my tanneries yet? No. So my tanneries are basically just wasting time because no one is actually moving my hides over. But banana production is now down. That's great. And ranch and the shipyard are my two last projects here with that immigration office, because I need to get my population up to 250 without building any houses. So this is going to be a interesting mission. Alright, got a ship coming in here, and I've got coconuts, planks, and meats ready for... rebel threat is already going up. Oh, never mind, it went back down to none. I guess they changed their mind about rebellion, I suppose. That's what I'm going to go with. But maybe I ought to put down a police office as well, because I do feel like I'm going to have a little bit of a crime problem. Oh, it looks like I already have a crime problem. Okay, so yes, this police station would definitely be a benefit, I would say. Best place to put it... I mean, it's not going to be attached to the road if I put it there. So I think this is the best I can do. I'll put it right outside of my palace just to make sure, you know, no one gives me any hard times over here on my ivory tower. 8,000 got exported on the freighter. But if I can get the shipyard built to actually utilize my planks more efficiently, that should be a big help. Yeah, support is ranging at 36, which is a little less than... You know, only 20% supposed to me. So I guess they don't mind living in their shacks all that much. Which I would take as a good thing. As long as they're happy in their shacks, then I'm happy for them. I forgot to turn on my research. Oh, that's nice. It gave me a free technology. Free house modes. Lovely. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and start with the military police. That way I can throw down a couple of cheap watchtowers around in the high crime areas, so that I don't have to depend on the police offices or police stations too heavily. And the Fisherman's Wharf is coming along. That should help me with my food happiness goal here. But it's not growing that quickly. I kind of thought between the pineapples and bananas and the corn, that I would actually... Hi, Eldrash! But yeah, I figured between the corn and the bananas that would actually satisfy the food happiness levels a little bit more than that. So maybe I'll go and throw down another plantation. Let's go with pineapple, I suppose. You can't eat tobacco. Well, I suppose you could eat tobacco, but it's probably not good for you. Even less so than, other usage for tobacco. I do lose out of 2 blocks on this one, but I think that's good enough. So, well, I see you. So, 3 new people popping in here. So, I'm playing the mission where you cannot build houses, and you need to double your population with literally no residential buildings. I'm not sure how you're going to be able to do that and keep people happy enough to make it through an election. So, this should be interesting. Level threat is going up and down between low to none, so we'll see how that turns out. And they do want better food quality.
Is always impeccable, Presidente. But might I make a tiny suggestion?
Yes. So my unemployment is sitting at 28 out of 143. It would be a little bit lower, but my builders seem to be taking their time with some of these more labor-intensive industries I'm trying to put down. So I'm wondering if I might as well just put down a second...
How can anybody get a foot on the property ladder if it has no rungs?
Alright. Average fun happiness of 25. Well, investing in fun, since I have no houses to actually give my people, would probably be a smart idea regardless. So I'll go ahead and put down a restaurant, I suppose, in hopes that I actually might improve my food quality levels as well. I'm not sure if that's related to this or not, but I do have 1 tavern over here, so yeah, that will work. Hopefully that helps with my fun. Food happiness is only up to 30. And I think that I need to start building at a lot quicker rate here, because I have a feeling that I may not make it past my first election. So I need to make sure I get my buildings down as quick as I can, just so that I can actually build up the rest of this fast enough that I can double my population, despite the fact that they're all living in shacks. And I think the thing that's going to annoy me the most about the shacks is the fact that you can't control where you put them. So if I put up a 10-minute, of course, I can put it exactly where I want it to be so that it actually doesn't interfere with my grand scheme of trying to plan the island. But since they all must live in shacks, they have full control of where they put that up.
The destruction of Tropico by falling bombs.
All right, build watchtower.
Need your help.
Come on.
It's all gone pear-shaped. And we need
All right,
a steady hand
export something to the allies. Fair enough. Building the watchtowers would probably not be a bad thing anyway, just because I've already started researching military police. So if I put down the guard towers, that will also have the secondary effect of reducing crime in those areas. So if I have the police station here, I might as well throw down a watchtower on this side. And there's a bit of a large number of shacks coming around here as well. Oh, wait. They said watchtower, not guard tower, right? Yeah, watchtowers. Oops. So I'll put down a watchtower here, and I'll cancel this one and make that a watchtower. There we go. And they're building the ranch, but I want them to focus on getting the construction office put together. My unemployment is holding pretty steady. 21 housing happiness. How are they happy at a level of 21 when everyone is in a freaking shack? Okay, fair enough, whatever. Food happiness is ticking up pretty well. Food trade. What do the allies want? I have rum. Do any of the allies want to import rum? Okay, they want bananas. I am growing bananas. Cigars, I have none of those. Coffee, I have none of those. Logs, meat, well, I probably should keep my meat. I don't think I have a lot. Hey, they do want rum. So I'll sign that for 4,500 units.
Remember, Tropico could be invaded at any time. Keep your survival kit on hand. In the event of panic, breathe into the paper bag.
Perfect. So I do need to get my rum export going on here. Sugar is making it in, and 252 is stored. So hopefully this one sugar is going to be able to get enough rum produced that I can satisfy the Allies' demand for an export item. Fun happiness is not moving, but I don't think the restaurant is done yet. Yeah, that's the restaurant, isn't it? Yeah, that's the restaurant. So, watchtowers are coming. Perfect. Come on, let's get this construction office done with. Because once this is done, I'll have twice the number of builders out there who can actually go around and build things. And it's literally the only thing I have marked as high priority, but no one seems to be touching it. Oh, they're down here building the shipyard. Oh no, they stopped building that. They're building the immigration office now. So they have this project half done. They're working on this project. And my one high priority project, no one's even paying attention to. Wow. No wonder they are all stupid. No one can follow instructions. Okay. But yeah, all of these shacks are ugly. I like making my island pretty. So this mission where I can't actually build any houses is hurting my insides. I definitely would much rather these people be in pretty houses because it makes me feel better. I don't care about their living conditions. But, yeah, the sugar is not making it across the street. Come on, I literally need one teamster to come over here and waste 3 minutes just to take this across the road to the rum distillery. No, I don't want any local supplies. I need all of that for export. Well, my immigration office is done. That's lovely. I'm gonna go ahead and hire in a couple of workers right away. Did I get that in time? Hey, perfect. I purchased them just in time for them to actually arrive on that boat. So I'm happy about that. Now I have open door policy, so hopefully that is going to get my population up to 250 a little bit faster than if I just let them trickle in naturally. So I will hope for the best on that. And still no one is over here on my construction office. Oh, they went back to finish the the shipyard. Lovely. Well, my lumber camp is here. So maybe I'll run a road down from here just to make the deliveries of logs to the shipyard a little bit faster. That way they don't actually have to go down through the main drag here. They can just do a straight shot down to the only place on the island that actually needs lumber. And boats fetch a pretty good price. So as soon as that's in, I should be able to do a reasonable amount of profit off of that straight away. But I'd really love someone to come over here and build my damn construction office. No one's touched my plantation up here either. But my unemployment is down to 18. I'm going to go ahead and put down just one more plantation for tobacco, because that will allow me the opportunity to have a cigar factory here as well. 97%, that's good enough. Great. So, of course, that's just one more item for my builders not to build, because they just don't seem to actually want to... Oh, yeah, now they're over here at the police office. Fantastic. So they finished the shipyard, and rather go to the high priority job, they go to finish the police office. Ay. My builders in this game seem bent to irritate me. Alright, so at least they're finishing this up at a pretty decent clip. And this should be the next closest for them to actually focus on. Because my actual construction office is, yeah, right here next to my palace. So if they're doing a proximity... No, if they're doing proximity, they're going to work on the restaurant and the watchtower. Well, we'll find this out in a second, I do suppose.
The breadth of El Presidente's awesome political vision is shown.
Alright, so unemployment is successfully down. That is great. Oh, wow. A lot of people are popping in here. Okay, so this mission I'm working on right now is I need to double my population, but I'm not allowed to actually build any proper residential buildings. As such, this game is pretty much, can you grow the population fast enough before the people actually tire of you and kick you out of office? That's my general interpretation of how this is supposed to work. But yes, indeed, it does seem like it's going to be a race against time, because my support started out at 37 and it's already down to, oh, it's up to 35. Alright, so something's going right. Right now I'm just waiting for someone to finish my construction office, because my buildings are going up at a very slow rate. And no one seems to actually be doing the high priority job. Alright, they're finally making a little bit of progress on this. Come on. A little bit more. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking you to do your jobs. Alright, well, at least the restaurant's almost done. That should help with my fun levels. And... yeah, my tannery still is not getting enough hides in. But I have 200 hides up here on the top of the mountain, or the hill, I should say. Alright, finishing touches on the restaurant. Let's get that up and going. Oh, so then they stopped. Come on. I thought that was on the home stretch right there. But then they clocked off early with the job 80% done, it looks like.
Presidente, the workers have a request. They wish...
Alright, yeah, fine. A grocery, that sounds fair. I forget where they put grocery. This is only like my second or third day with the beta, so I'm still trying to pick up on the specifics here. Okay, that seems like a decent area. It's right in the chunk of the downtown core. So yeah, I'll put down the grocer here. That'll make the communists happy. When you're on a little tropical island, making the communists happy does seem to be a worthwhile endeavor more often than not. And yet no one's coming to finish up the freaking construction office. It's been sitting at 80% for about a month now. And no one is getting planks down here either. Despite... oh no, they don't even have any logs. Alright, so this is actually... okay, I've got 1,000 planks sitting here. And no one's taking them down to the actual shipyard. Maybe I need to go and focus on getting my capacity limits increased for my Teamster's office. So with this, they might lose up to 5% of what they're actually carrying. but it does get you 50% more per load. So hopefully with that turned on, my Teamsters can be a little bit more efficient of moving the supplies around the island, because it seems like I'm starting to get a few different bottlenecks here of items just not making it on the list of things to transport. And the construction office, 2 months later, still not even close to being done. I'm wondering if this might be like a beta bug, because it does not really seem like they're honoring my priority request in the least. I don't even know what they're working on right now. So they're all working on the restaurants, but it's not even ticking up at all. Oh, there it is. Okay. Come on. Okay, now will you go over and finish the construction office? Hallelujah! They are going to finish the construction office in December. I think I tried to build this on priority like 2 years ago. Ah, I feel like I should sing now. But do I even have enough people? I only have 4 unemployed people total. So it took them so long that all of the people have new jobs now. So all of the people I was trying to get jobs at the construction office have moved on to better opportunities.
Don't you just love watching the boats leave harbor, Presidente?
Export rum, that's not a problem. I'm already trying to export rum to the Allies anyway. So I'll go ahead and accept that. Food happiness is up at 41. That's not too bad. And I think as soon as this is done, that should get me 1 additional item of food variety, and that might be enough to push it over the edge.
Your judgment is always impeccable, Presidente. But might I make a tiny suggestion?
Am I not already building a grocery? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I already have a grocery laid down and paid for, so I might as well accept that one too. The freighters are not really exporting a lot of items here, and I've only got 4 people in on the last 4 boats. And I still have 90 people to go before I successfully complete this mission. What do I have available for export? Only $2,000 of meat. Wow, my Teamsters are really falling behind here. At this rate, I'm just basically hemorrhaging money. Well, at least they're finishing the watchtowers up quick enough. So that should be... Yep.
Good offense, Presidente. But as yet I am only moderately...
I'll take the money just because it seems like I'm not going to be getting much out of the exportation here. So they got a little bit there just in time. They brought up to about 6,000 for the export. So they dropped 4,000 of something in there right before the boat showed up. So I appreciate that. And a protest has started. Where did it start? Ah, here. Should I?
What a day.
I'll hold off on killing the protesters for now. But I can't guarantee that that's going to be my policy on from here on out. Alright, the grocer is nearly done. So as soon as this gets finished, hopefully my Teamsters can get at least 3 different food items here. And that'll take care of 2 goals as soon as I can get some food stocked into the grocer. There we go. Communists should be happy.
Rejoice in your support.
Yeah, I'll take the money. Please, I'll take all of the money. I don't mind. So, the tavern's clicking away decently. Alright, and the grocery is properly staffed now, so hopefully I can get some food in to sell. And my rum distillery is out of sugar again, because no one can actually be bothered to take the sugar across the street. Alright, how's my unemployment? 0. 25 vacant jobs. Good. All uneducated jobs, too. Yeah, because I would like to build another Teamster's office, but that's a 6-person job, and I literally have no one to actually put into those jobs. In fact, I have negative 25 people to put into those jobs. And 3 people did come on the freighter. I don't even know what that emoji means, Eldresh. But I agree with you. I don't know what that is, but sure, I'll say yes. But yeah, I do have the open door policy here, so it's supposed to have a 50% increase on my efficiency. So without this, I should only be bringing 1 person in on per boat. Alright, come on, give me at least a few people here. 14,000 ready for export. And I exported enough
I'm so glad I made
to make him happy.
Presidente.
So that's Swiss bank account money. That's not even real. It means Ah. Oh yeah. Well, I figured that one. All right. But I appreciate the translation. So I think I needed 2,500 for this one. So hopefully the next trade route will be enough to put me over the edge for my rum exports. But that restaurant does not seem to be getting the fun happiness up as fast as I would like it to. And did the pineapple farm ever get finished? It did. But what's the stats on this? Alright, so it hasn't finished up a single crop yet. So hopefully as soon as they get the first crop out, my food happiness might be ticking up here. So I got coconut and meat ready. I just need one more in to get to that 3rd food variety. And I don't even remember what the reward was for that one, so I'm hoping that's something good. Now I'm up to 177 people. 17 jobs still left on campaigning for. So frankly, I'm going to just speed up the game a little bit here, just because, I mean, there's no point for me to actually build anything, because I won't have enough people to actually put them to work. So I might as well get time clicking by a little bit faster in hopes that the people I do have working will actually do something useful for once.
If I said I wish someone would go away, that wouldn't entail conspiracy to murder, right?
Except an import trade with any non-superpower. I don't really know what I may need, to be honest. And what is a non-superpower? Smugglers, yeah, that should work. So $5,000 in coffee. That would not really be all that useful. Cheese would get me the food variety, though. And it might increase food happiness. So yeah, if I'm going to have to bring in something, I might as well bring in cheese. And that does give me the second trade license, so hopefully I can utilize that to my benefit once the cheese actually arrives. Yeah, Tropico 6 definitely added quite a bit of mechanics. They kind of went back and revisited some of like all of the old favorites and brought them back from Tropico 3 and 4. They've really changed up how you unlock buildings and how you progress and do tech and everything else. I mean, it seems like a lot more fleshed out game than the older versions of this. Granted, I didn't play all of 5, so if your only experience is 5, I don't know exactly how 6 will compare to it, but I grew up with Tropico 3, so that's the one I have definitely banked the most hours on, and I love that game to no end. Alright, meats, banana, all ready for export. So why did the banana go for export rather than to the grocer? 20,004 people. Hey, that's not a bad shipment. So yeah, allow local consumption is checked. So they base fire. Oh, great. And I don't even think I have a fire marshal here, or a fire station on the island. So I guess I'm just going to have to go and hope that some people take this job. And there's not really much places I can choose to throw this down at that would be central enough that it's useful. Yes, because it would definitely be ideal to have this semi-centrally located, but there just does not really seem to be much of an option to do that. So if I build it on this side, for example, will it be efficient across the water? Barely. Wow, there's not really much of a place to actually put this down. That's... I mean, I suppose I could pop it here. And then I'll go on ahead and link up the road around the... Okay, I don't know why I didn't want to build it the first time I tried, but that works, I suppose. And I guess I'll go on ahead and pop this up to high priority in hopes that they'll actually be able to build it with enough time for me to actually get over here to put out the fire, assuming that the firefighters are even willing to go out that far to be able to help me with that.
I had the nightmare again, Presidente.
Yeah, well, I've been thinking about building another Teamster's office, but I just don't have enough people to actually hire there. But yeah, I might need to force people to take this job because my ability to actually get my items around the island seems extremely hampered with the current group of Teamsters I have on the payroll. Well, at least it's not burning down so fast. Alright, someone took the job. Are they going to go and maybe help me put out this fire? Or is it too far? Alright, I got 2 workers now. Hey, someone's actually making its way over. Good for you. That's a little bit of a hike. There they go. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going? You left the fire. He's just running away from the fire. This guy's running away from... What kind of firefighters are you? Where the heck are you going? It's still on fire. All right, well, here comes a third one. And all right, so he just ran his fire truck into. Oh, and they left their trucks here. So yeah, the third guy just ran his truck into here. And then he ran out over the bridge. So they're all running home now. Is that my firefighter? I'm pretty sure that's my firefighter.
So stressed.
Yeah, he's my firefighter. So they're all running up. They're getting onto boats. So my firefighters all ran on to get onto boats. To do what? I have no idea what that was about. So are they going to come back and get their trucks now? Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. So they parked their trucks at the Fisher Wharf to run to the dock, to get onto a boat, to come over here to put out the fire, just to go back and then run over to get their truck. I'm pretty sure that's the chain of events that we just witnessed here. Alright, well, I might as well repair the freaking Fisherman's Wharf now. But I have no idea what the heck we just witnessed there. That seemed an exercise in futility. I kind of feel like I should arrest him.
The best defense is a good offense.
Alright, so I'll take the cash.
Hey there, Prez. Boy, do I feel good today.
And they want me to build a
Stocks
bank.
soared overnight. I love it.
Well, there. It is complete.
And
Once again, the breadth of
yes, I got the 3 different variants of food to the grocer. What was my reward for that? He didn't give me anything for that. Okay.
Thank you, Presidente, for attending to the...
Alright, and that gives me a free tavern. Which will help with my fun, I'm hoping. So I do have a lot of people living on this side of the island, so I'm just going to go and slip a tavern in onto this little road here. And that might be enough to get me to 40. And I do not know where a bank would qualify as. Government? Oh, finance. Government and finance. Okay. That seems acceptable, except it cost me so much to unlock it that I now have no money to actually build it. That, I admit, was probably more of an oversight on my part than an issue with the game, so I will just leave it at that. Alright, let's get this high school down. Perfect. I was able to get some workers in for the church, so that should keep them happy. And I'm still waiting for enough rum to get exported. Wow. My rum is not being produced at a quantity that I would expect. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up to a larger load size as well.
The island, Presidente. The comrades collaborated on appointing me, and I can get. Oh, what a beautiful
Well, that was the
fire
easiest
station.
mission I've ever had.
Remember now.
Alright, so that should give me enough money to build a bank now. 15,000. Ooh. Alright, I'd rather not to go back into debt that quickly, so I'll just leave this one going for now. Raids, I believe, are free. Increases speed of boats, freighters, and ships. Every dead citizens bequeath their fortune to the state of Tropico. Alright, I'm gonna go and try to heist the Easter Island heads. Why not?
Now, a message from El Presidente. My war bonds. They help us win the war, and you can win fabulous prizes.
So it's flashing at me that there's something that needs to be done. Probably the update here for the professional soldiers. Well, it doesn't look like there is any negative by upgrading this to a professional soldierhood. So yeah, I'll just save some time and make that a professional soldier. Oh, wait, I forgot to save. So yeah, if I can just go and make this a professional soldier.
It seems that German scientists are strategically important. We should execute a raid to kidnap some. From either side.
One nuclear power plant for free. That's pretty darn good. But I had just actually authorized a raid. And I don't think I can send out 2 raids at the same time. So if I send out a sabotage raid, am I just stuck waiting for this one to be finished? Or can I cancel this? Oh, I can cancel. Alright, so I'll just put this one as the priority, because I think that one will be a little bit faster to get sent out. Perfect. Hopefully that'll get me the free nuclear power plant, despite the fact that I really don't think I'm going to have enough time to use it. I'm already at 231 population out of my 250. And my support's sitting at 85%. Wow. So my support exploded, despite the fact that literally no one has a house. Yeah, my entire island's just filled with these little shacks here. But no one really seems that perturbed about it. 85% support. Not sure what I'm doing that's making them so happy, but I'll take it. Wow, so I got... I'm dual streaming between YouTube and Twitch, and I'm at 10 people, and I think that's my new record. So, yay, Tropico 6! If you like random chill games, feel free to subscribe. I definitely wouldn't mind. I think I have like 3 right now.
As I read his voice voice echoes in my head, as if by some accursed expositional technique.
Alright, so does that end the mission, or do I enter into free play at this point? I'm not sure what happened. Did I win? Can I build houses now? No, I still can't build houses. But I got to 250. So, did I beat the mission?
Remember, loose lips might sink ships, so tighten your lips with a Tropican-made spanner. You won't regret it.
I'm going to assume that I beat the mission. Because I don't see any other items here that would be quest items to replace the 250 population. Alright, cool! Yay, I win! 11,000, 3 people, okay. So with that, I think I'm gonna see if I can... Yeah, you know, it's probably better safe than sorry is what I'm looking for. Shackland. I like that. So I'm gonna save this. Oh, yeah, of course, no question marks. I should have known better than that. And I'm gonna go back to the main menu and see if I can pick up another mission. And that was on hard mode. Yeah, I think that was a win. Alright, well. Is there a very hard? No, that was the hardest difficulty, too. Wow. I just kind of feel like I was able to get through that really quick. I'm almost a little disappointed. Maybe I'll try the propaganda here. So, history books may not recall this, but the story is about a time when Tropico communists struggled against the global communists for purity of political vision and the creation of the Redis Tropico. So, yeah, let's give it a try. I like these cutscenes.
History is
They're
written
pretty.
by the victors, Presidente? And then rewritten by the next victor, and the next, and the next. But an impermanent win is still good news. Do you remember when communism ruled the world? After the World Wars, when Europe and America were consumed by chaos, one small push is all it took to create an alternate timeline. The history books do not recall this, Presidente, but I do. Time is precious, Presidente. Especially your time, as you are the busy leader of a nation.
Alright, so they gave me the generalized all citizens votes and militia, so same as the last mission. I'll accept.
Good morning, Presidente.
Sabotage both the Axis and the Allies.
I did not make it.
Have 50,000 in the treasury. And a 45 happiness score. And, okay, so I think there is 6 attacks. So I have to build an embassy, declare an alliance with one or the other, and repel 6 attacks from the empire that I did not choose. to be able to get to the Cold War. And at the end of that, I need to have 45 happiness and money in the bank. Okay, I can work with that. So let me pause up real quick and get a lay of the land here. So got my dock on the southern edge here. Got this, but frankly that is useless because there is no tourism in this game until you get to the Cold War, and by the time I get to the Cold War, I got 2 bus garages right next to each other. Okay. Now they gave me the commando garrison already. So, yeah, I'm just going to hop on it and send out a sabotage mission right away. College, mansion, church, library. So yeah, I've got a pretty reasonably developed island already. 3 Teamsters offices. That makes me so happy. I could cry in comparison to what we just were dealing with the last group. Immigration office, open doors. How's my 31 unemployed, 15 unemployed, 31 homeless? That's a fairly easy number to fix, so I can keep that open for now. Golf course. I haven't even seen a golf course yet. Okay. Some nice apartments, a circus, chapel, cigar factory. Are these both tobacco? 2 tobacco, pineapple, corn, banana. Is it one field? Oh yeah, that is one field. Okay. Well, okay, it's not... I'm surprised with how well off this island is, to be honest. So, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm going to put in the wealth tax. Well, research the wealth tax, because if all of these mansions are in any indication, I've got a decent bourgeoisie population on the island. And that looks like it should be everything. What's this bridge going out to? Gold mine. Right next to the smoking volcano. That could be bad. Alright, but yeah, that looks like everything. So I'll get the clock going here just to see what pops up. And what's my happiness? Well, it seems like everything is mediocre. No one's too upset about anything. And in terms of my developed industry, I think the only thing I saw was a cigar factory. I don't think I saw anything else in regards to developed industry. So I got the mine. So maybe a gold shop would be beneficial. Do I have access to the jewelry store? No, that's in the Cold War era. Okay, shipyard. Cannery. Pineapple or fish? I do think I saw that we had a any iron... Okay, I've got 2 sources of iron on the island. So I'll go ahead and get both of those up and running, because steel does sell for a pretty darn good price. So I don't know how the construction works over here, because there is no construction offices. So do they come over on the Teamster port? Or can I not build anything in this location? That's going to be interesting to find out. Because this is connected with a road, so they should be able to make it to that one without a problem. But, I mean, the game AI built things here. So I would imagine that it should be reasonably possible for me to do so as well.
Genius is undeniable, Presidente.
Okay, residential buildings, that's fine. How's my... Yeah, I still got 31 on homeless people, so that's fair. That's a fair request. But sadly, I can't build tenements. Those are my favorite in this game. I could have an entire island filled with tenements and be very happy about it. Okay, so apartments are a little bit well off. Okay. So I think I'll put down some bunkhouses first. Spot is already taken by a shack. Oh no, there's a country house hiding there. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, like, why wouldn't they let me tear down a shack for a real house? But yeah, okay, fine. I guess there's more than met the eye. And I could put a bunkhouse here, but frankly, I don't like to have low quality housing structures in front of my palace. I think it kind of blocks the view. Alright, and that's in between mansions. I don't really want to put bunkhouses in front of a mansion. That's not going to help their real estate value. No room to put it there either. So, okay, fair enough. I'll build 2 extra just for the sake of it. So that should take care of that, and the sabotage mission was successful. So I guess I'll go on ahead and send out the second one now. As soon as I remember where my... There it is. So the allies have been sabotaged, so I guess I'll do the axes next. That will satisfy this requirement here. So the main mission for this island is to get to the next age. And for that, I'm going to need an embassy. So I'm going to go ahead and put down an embassy. I think an embassy is something that I'm willing to put in front of my palace. That's not going to be such an ugly building that it will obstruct my view of the city. So yeah, it was supposed to be
Not panic, Presidente, but I bring news of a threat, so...
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I've already got bunkhouses laid up and ready to go, so I don't see any reason not to. What are my construction people working on at the moment? Because I don't see much momentum in regards to my projects. And that's another thing that's a little fiddly about the beta. There is no in-between. You're either really far out in the zoom, or you're right up here. I would have liked a few more stops in between that zoom out and zoom in mode. I really don't need this many college kids. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lay off a couple.
Everyone has to do their bit for the war in sports. I don't care a threepenny bit who you might be.
Oh, well, I'm glad I already paid for the embassy. That's gonna save me a little bit of time. Uncover up to 5 hidden roles. I don't know what that means. Alright, so my sabotage mission is already up and running. They're working on the cannery still. Yikes. Yeah, I'm going to put down a second construction office. So they are not making a lot of progress. So... yeah, the Teamsters port doesn't mention anything about builders. So I'm thinking that that is not an option that exists. But we'll find out here shortly. Alright, but yeah, I'll go ahead and put down that second construction office as a priority. Because my people do not seem to be getting these things done in a timely manner. Where's a good place to... could put it right next to the existing one, I suppose. I don't know if that's going to decrease their effectability because they're both coming from the same spot, but I like it. It looks organized. So if they could go on ahead and get to work on this construction office, I'd be thrilled. Because, yeah, it looks like nothing is progressing. And even the cannery, which is partly done, seems to be frozen. And if it doesn't look like this steel mine is going to get built anytime soon, I may want to take a look at canceling that and building the one that is on the island instead. So I think that's going to be my next priority. And they're still not even working on this. So where are they all? So none of them are at work. One's getting food, one's just walking around, one's at church. Why is no one working? I mean, I've got like 7 or 8 construction jobs scattered around. I think there is something that they could be working on. Alright, well, what's my exports looking like? Okay, so this is for my Teamster ports. So it looks like only Teamsters are utilizing these boats. So yeah, and there doesn't seem to be a construction port. And that's what confuses me the most. Hey, finally, they're building the lumber mill, despite the fact that it's not what I have marked as the high priority building. Yeah, I think there might be something wrong with the prioritization in this game. I mean, it's still in beta, to be fair, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. Alright, my second raid has been completed, so that is good. So, what was the other mission? I needed happiness above 45, I think it was. What's my happiness? It's at 42 already. And I needed to get through the World War period and enter the Cold War period. I wish they gave me a little bit of a reminder here as to what my overall goals for the mission were. But they don't.
Remember the story of the man who built his house on a foundation of sand, Presidente?
Alright, build a circus. That obviously seems like something that the religious community on my island would be concerned about. Because, you know, no... Okay, I already have a circus. So the religious fundamentalists, for lack of a better term, on my island are upset that I don't have 2 circuses. Oh, wait, well, the chapel's on fire. So maybe the religious people have their priorities a little bit in a wrong format, and if those flames spread, then my circus is going to be in trouble. And okay, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But do I even have the blueprints for a fire station? No, so I'm going to have to pay to build it myself from scratch. Alright, well, it would fit perfectly right here. And they'll cover some of my nicer buildings, so that seems like a good place to put it for the time being. And now they're building the embassy, and they're skipping over the high priority construction office. That makes sense. Good to see it, good to see it. And the bunkhouse as well. Wunderbar. Alright, but yes, so my logging camps are getting the supplies to the lumber mill successfully, at least. And the rest of them are down here finishing up the cannery. Yeah, these priorities are basically just for show, I'm thinking. Because they're all running off doing their own things. So I got coal and pineapple ready for export. But now the pineapple should be directed to the cannery. Oh, wait. The cannery requires electricity. It would be nice if the game told you that before you built it. So, is there... What options do I have for electricity? Well, I suppose a coal plant would be the best option because I do have so many cool coal-producing mines on the island. It's going to be a little polluty, but I need 12,000 for that. And I got less than a month for the next freighter to arrive, so hopefully I can get some additional items transported over here in time. And no one's building the fire station.
There, it is complete.
Presidente, your aid is appreciated.
So I'll take the cash, get myself out of debt. Oh, hey, cool. Okay, so if I click this, it actually brings up what the mission is. So I need to get more money in the bank and 45 happiness and get to the Cold War. Alright. So I'm getting some additional industry going here, so that should be good. And the embassy's almost done, so I can actually begin the work to declare an alliance. Okay, so my possibilities for raids. Every dead citizen leaves their money to me, which is probably going to help me get towards my money goal. All buildings receive less damage from attacks. Boats are faster. And radio and TV. So since I am on a wealth mission, I might as well try to see if I... Oh, did I have... Oh, it looks like I had already decided to do that. And then I forgot that I had decided to do that. Okay, cool. So I'm trying to steal the Taj Mahal. Okay, got... Looks like they just stopped working on the embassy, despite the fact it was almost done, to come over here and put together a bunkhouse. Logical. I can see where they're going for that. And I should have hopefully enough money to unlock the power plant as soon as the next boat comes around, because I got 4 months to get that supplies transferred over here. And the religious people still want a second circus, despite the fact that the only real religious building I have on... Oh no, I have a chapel, church. So even though their chapel is burning down, they're more concerned about getting a circus in place, despite the fact that they're literally right next door to the circus. Good to know, good to know. That makes sense. Alright, so with that in mind, I think I'm gonna... I'm dropping down further into debt too, aren't I? And only $2,000 of stuff was waiting at the dock. Bananas and coal. Oh, hey, Big Red. I didn't notice you were here. Welcome. I see you have a new communist empire. Remember to build those potato plantations for maximum communism. And good thing the fires don't spread between buildings. I'm actually not certain that they don't. I'm actually just kind of waiting for the circus to get caught on fire here. But yeah, this is actually the second mission. I did go through the first mission, which was doubling my population without actually building a single residential building. For the people on Twitch who are getting confused, I'm dual streaming between YouTube and Twitch, and my only YouTube regular just popped on and asked a couple of questions, so I apologize. But yeah, so I'm still waiting for the firehouse to get done. And no one seems to be working on anything else. Oh no, they're trying to finish up the embassy, despite the fact that the construction office is still waiting to be constructed after about 2 years' time. And this is the only one that's actually marked as a high priority construction project. So that's fantastic. Alright, well, at least this is done. So, invite a ally. Yeah, allies are the ones who want the embassy. What are they offering me? $5,000 or 5 hidden roles. I think that's... I'm going to go ahead and invite the allies just so I can figure out what these 5 hidden roles are. That seems interesting.
Good shit. Not bad.
So what are these 5 hidden roles? Nothing happened. Alright, so where do I look to figure out what those roles were? Is it something in here? Five hidden roles. So I unlocked something. Well, the allies just completely screwed me over there. They promised to give me something, and then I did it, and nothing happened. Alright, so, you know what? Just for that, I'm going to prioritize building another embassy just to get the Axes on the island. Because that ticked me off. I don't know where to look to find those hidden roles. And that fire's still raging. Good thing that chapel burns down slow. Alright, I'm going to speed up the time here a little bit because these construction workers are really taking their time. 23 unemployed, 38 homeless. Sorry. So, will you build a construction office now or not?
Don't you just love watching
Export leather? Sure. I don't think I have any ranches, though. Do I have any ranches? No, it doesn't look like I do. So... Oh, wait, I'm so in debt I can't build anything anyway. So, never mind. Well, I don't actually have a fire department, Big Red. It's been sitting here unconstructed for a year now. Finally, they're getting around to building that construction office. So hopefully once this is done, I'll actually have enough builders to go over and build the firehouse. Even though I think it's far too late for anyone to actually be able to save this chapel. But that's fine, I already have a church over here anyway, so I've got a backup place of worship. I'm okay with that. Alright, so yes, I have doubled the population of construction officers on this island. Are people still going to church? I thought I saw someone actually inside here. Yeah, there's definitely an arrow pointing at the church. Or is that just indicating that I've selected the church? Yeah, okay, so that's just the indication arrow. Alright, I thought like one of the priests was just hanging out there doing a service. Alright, so I got one employee at the fire department. Will one of them maybe... Oh, perfect timing. Literally just finished the damn thing. Alright, rebuild for 1,700. Sure, why not? You're very true, Big Red. You gotta... If you're passionate about your work, then you're never really working, are you? Even if it means standing around in a fiery mess. Alright, and that coal mine, which is literally the first building I authorized on this island, is now done. Oh, hey, and they did make it all the way out here to build the iron. Wow, I'm impressed. I was not sure if the construction workers would actually use this little port mechanism that the game built. So that's good to know. If I can find a way to get this built somewhere, construction workers will go and develop that area. Fantastic. Alright, the new chapel is almost done. Oddly enough, it seemed like they were able to build the new chapel faster than the fire department, which would have saved the old chapel. But, fair enough. At least they're trying. And I think my homeless rate's still going to be a little bit high here. 36 unemployed. 36 homeless.
Canal Uno investigates the underwater menace. Later, Atlantis fish people, the real underwater menace.
Alright. I like these little country homes around the lake here. Looks very peaceful. And this here it strikes me as kind of like a corn maze. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. So, what is he going through a corn maze?
Behind wheat?
He has nothing about the corn maze. Okay. But yeah, people are literally just walking around through this area. Interesting. So I've got iron and I've got coal. So I would really like to put up a steel producer. 18,000 revenue, so that's not bad. And my... Can't you customize your palace? Yes, you can. I actually selected the this here, but you can actually have it set up with a different layout. Center, left, backyard, right, front yard. I kind of like the irregular because I think it fits my personality. But maybe split is maybe even better. And then you can actually choose between your walls as well. Yeah, I'll go with a Victorian wall. Irregular cobblestone. So I can be irregular and split. I like that. I like that. Beige. Ooh. Hey, if I'm going for a communist paradise, I'm going to go for the red. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Can't get more red than me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the dark windows. I'm gonna go with plaster. Thanks, Big Red. Appreciate the reminder on that one. Yes, I'm going to keep that as my new customized mode. Thanks, Big Red. Like I said, this is a communist mission. I don't know if you were here for this, but they actually don't talk about the reason for the mission. Well, if you stick around, I'll show you later. But I did manage to get out of debt for just a split second, so maybe I can authorize something to build before I run out of that money. So 4,700, 9,500. So I can't build that. Could I get a power plant in? Yeah, I could get just enough for a power plant, not a power plant. Okay. So let's see if I can find a nice place to tuck this away. That works. I'll put it right here. Because once I get that power plant up, I can actually start utilizing my cannery, because I built this a long time ago. It has resources just sitting here and employees getting paid, but there's no electricity for actually do anything. So even though it's been here for a couple of years, it still has done $0 in profit.
Need your help, Presidente. It's all gone pear-shaped, and we need a steady hand on the tiller.
I have a cabaret near the embassy. I guess they're not enjoying their time on my island enough.
Only if Tropico will award. Remember, if you want flying cars, be vigilant and buy war bonds.
So, alright, if I got my embassy here, what do they mean by near? How close does it have to be for the embassy officials to get their rocks off? Because apparently they're too lazy to walk around and travel to their entertainment. Well, I could probably bring the road down from my raiding mechanism here. Yeah, I think that would probably be the best way to go about it.
Or is it as hot as hell? No, it is definitely cold.
So they want wool. And I never even got around to building the leather exportation mechanism either, which would be the cattle ranches. And and I'm still in massive debt. So I'm going to speed this up in hopes that I can get another ship here fast enough. Yeah, I agree with you. That palace definitely does seem to pop a little bit better, doesn't it? Some people might have a White House, but mine is as red can be. And of course, I've got the Allied embassy right here next to it. So it's not like I'm trying to be discreet about it in any way. Like, they come over to my island and they'll be like, "Oh wow, yeah, he wears he wears his emotions on his face, on his sleeve. I think on his sleeve is the actual." Hey, wealth tax. Okay, sorry, I'm starting to get myself a little slurred here for some reason, and I haven't even had anything to drink. So it costs $2,500 to implement a tax. I mean, I think taxes should be able to be implemented for free, but that's just to me. Got 16,000, which is still not enough. 19,000. Because if you're more than 10,000 in debt, it won't let you do anything. 21,000 ready for export. Just not enough to get me below that 10,000 threshold. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to put on a little bit of a drastic measure. I'm going to put my Teamsters over to 50% higher capacity just so it can move things around the island a little bit faster. I need to crack a cold Red Bull, Big Red says.
The palace replies, vote El Presidente in the next election.
And I do what my fans tell me to do. So, Big Red, thank you. I did just that. I do like that new coconut berry Red Bull that they have. I'm a big fan. Oh, and Big Red, if you get a chance to check the first mission that I did, there's a rather hilarious event with my firefighters running to the fire and then running away from the fire. I'd recommend you to check that out later if you get the chance and or the desire. And still 15,000 down. Goodness, it's... Alright, but I do have the power plant functioning now, so the cannery is able to get caught up on its backlog of pineapple and fish. So hopefully now that they're actually producing these goods and getting those ready for export, I'll be able to get caught up on my finances a little bit here. Is there anyone offering a bonus price for canned goods by chance? Yeah, it looks like everyone wants to buy anything that I can possibly make with the exception of canned goods. They will export canned goods to me, but no one actually wants to buy them. So that's fantastic. And can I go faster than 4? No, 4 is max speed. So I'm going to just have to turn this on and hope for the best. Okay, looks like... Oh, no. I was under 10,000 in debt for a second. Okay, I got $100. I can spend $100. Is there anything I can do for $100? Oh, let me build a tunnel. But that's about it. Okay, so I guess I need more than $100. Fair enough. Sponsorship from Red Bull. I think I need more than 15 subscribers to ask for that. But maybe one of these days I will.
It seems that they want the choice choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
And I'm sitting at 45% support, and they're looking for a... I'm going to delay it. Yikes. And that really tanked my support, too. Alright, so yeah, they're still working through. I got 8,000 units, 5,000 units here that are waiting to get canned. We've got some gold and iron and a lot of planks. Okay. 15 days. I'm seeing at 12,000. Nope, still not enough. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit worried about that debt too, Big Red. I think my best hope is just getting these canned items. Alright, I'm turning off local consumption. I want all of those cans to get to here as quick as I can. Otherwise, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to pull myself out of this little debt trap. Don't want to be supplying the local market. And there's no option to supply the local market for the tobacco farms. So that should work out okay, I would say. Set up a new industry. Ranches are $900 each. And I have the goal to deliver wool and leather. So I think I'll go on ahead and put a couple of ranches down. Because that will be dollars. I think that would be the best thing I can do at that low of a cost. That might actually get me out of debt once and for all. So that's 4 ranches. I'm still in the green, and that should give me enough leather and wool to oh, wait, no. Ranches create hides, not leather. Crocodile is leather. I don't know why, for some reason, crocodile skin is just immediately leather, as opposed to having to be treated to become leather. But I'll get one of those down. And I can still afford a tannery. So I'll put this on the road heading out of town, just so that all of the farms end up going this direction anyway. Perfect. So I'll get my speed going here again in hopes that those ranches get built. And that's going to get my leather going here pretty quickly. $27.19 unemployed. 14 of them uneducated and college kids. Oh, yeah. I denied the option to have an election, Big Red. So, they didn't like that when I said that they can't have an election. So a lot of my people turned on me. But only... Okay. I was going to say only 23 were opposed to me, but no, it's actually 56% who are opposed to me at the moment. So that might be an issue. Alright. Not a lot of goods were available for that freighter, unfortunately. It went from 24,000 exportable goods to 4,000 exportable goods. But yeah, these ranches are already starting to come up with a good amount of leather and wool and hides. And my tannery is ready to receive those hides. So hopefully once the Constitution can be rescinded now. I like the sound of that. So by rescinded, do they mean changed? Or can I just... Employee of government buildings vote for El Chapo regardless of their approval. Those with an approval below 45 might turn rebel. I might take a look at that option. I don't think I need to go there just yet, but yeah. What's my rebel threat? I have 0 rebel threat at the moment, so they may not like me, but they don't want to kill me. I can work with that. Firstly, citizens want a happy child and in blue. They want... Oh, and now they want freedom to vote. Who do they think they are? I don't know who they think they are, but whatever they are thinking, they are wrong. They most definitely are wrong. And the first bit of leather did get exported, so those new industries are coming online. 22,000, okay. So, yeah, 24, 4, 12, and 22. So I think those new industries are certainly going to be helping me get out of this debt issue. And wool is also heading out for delivery as well. Are on my hides. Yep, my hides are coming in at a pretty reasonable clip and getting converted over to leather as well. So I think I should be able to satisfy these 2 missions here in the next ship. At least I hope so. Yeah, 264 leather. Pineapple. So they are taking the pineapple directly to the docks, as opposed to the cannery for some reason. 17,000 on that freighter.
Excellent, excellent. I'm so...
Swiss bank money, I mean, that's not really going to help, but I think Swiss bank money just goes directly in for your end score. And happiness is at 44 out of 45. So I almost have 2 condition. I almost have 2 of the win conditions done already. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get military police along the way. Research complete already. Oh, I guess it had been a while since I've done that. All right, cancels and prevents scheduled elections. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get martial law moving as well. And I think I do need to start increasing my military presence here because just to be able to win, I need to get to the Cold War. And to be able to get to the Cold War, I need to fight off 6 invasions.
Sir, yes, sir. The operation is back on target.
Perfect. And I do need to get that cabaret down and a new circus to get the religious people happy for some reason. No idea why the nuns want the circus so bad. Especially since they are literally right next door to a circus as it is. But fair enough, it's been a long time since I've read the Bible. So, coal and steel. I do want to get steel, but I haven't had enough money to actually build a steel mine. And I think it's like 12,000, isn't it? 9,500 just to unlock the tech. No, 4,000 to unlock the tech and 9,000 to build it. So I need at least one real good, profitable ship before I'm going to be able to even build that. Well, Big Red, I haven't technically implemented martial law yet. I'm only researching it so I have the option to do it later. Like, I'm not currently robbing you. I'm just keeping my options open. All right, that's 6,000. Still not enough.
Making stuff is good, isn't it?
Produce meat. I'm already producing meat, so sure, I'll accept that. 6,000 revenue, 4 months for another boat. Fantastic. Well, it looks like my new industries are helping, though. So hopefully I can get a nice fat chunk of leather ready to go out on the next boat. 8,000, 13,000, 21 days. Okay. I'm gonna just keep my finger right on the pause button. Oh wow, that went down fast. Okay. Alright, so it's just a dumb little thing here, so I don't really need to worry about that. So what will they offer me additional money for through a contract? Tobacco, weapons. Alright, so the only thing I really have is meat. So I'm going to go ahead and sign this for a $2,000 bonus. 17,000 though. All right, I'll keep it realistic. I'll go with a 350 bonus. A lot of practice, Brick Red. I think I missed my calling. I most certainly, I think, could be a wonderful communist leader if I only was born in a different age and time. Not that I really believe the socialist economical system in the full sense of the word, but frankly I don't even think Stalin believed it. Judging from how much self-enrichment he was getting away with. $8,000 cash. Okay, I can pause it and do something now. So, 4,000 to get the blueprint, 9,000 for the steel mill. I think that's probably going to be my best option, because steel is a goal, and it does come with a pretty decent price. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that right here to make it easy for my teamsters to get that taken care of. And maybe I could even have enough money for that cabaret. 2,500. Just not enough to construct it. But at least it's unlocked. So the next time I actually have some money, I can build that cabaret for the darn British here to enjoy. Nope, that is a default. That's like the archaeological sites from Tropico 3, I think it is. Pretty sure Tropico 4 had them too. I don't remember about 5. But I think in the Cold War era, I can turn this into like a tourist trap. But no, I haven't stolen that one. But I do have a raid pending to... Oh, yeah. So, looks like I've got one more item to do before I can actually get the Taj Mahal. So that's the thing I'm currently trying to complete right now. 16,000, 24,000. Ooh, I'm actually starting to recover my economy a little bit here. So I got 1,000, so that's enough. I can get that cabaret down. Doesn't need to be attached to a street, does it? No. So I'll go ahead and just slip that in right here, because the mission didn't tell me how close it needed to be to the embassy, and I don't want to risk it. So it's going to be right on their freaking doorstep. And do I have enough to build another circus? Even though I really don't need one, I just think it would be good to get them off my back. So, yeah, I'll build a circus across the street from the other circus. That's obviously wonderful strategy. But that will clear off the rest of my missions. And hopefully I can get a little bit of progress done on that before the next boat arrives. Oh, I got 9 people. All right. Hey, I'm going to call out another, request for follows and subs. I'm, like, really new at this, and I appreciate any attention I can get. So thank you. And I'm trying to, at the moment,
I knew I could count on you to do the right
get out of debt. 10 immigrants. I'd really love to take the Swiss bank account money, but at this point, I think actually taking the real money for the economy is the best way to go. I got a little bit of money in the bank right now. And I really do need to get my steel production up a little bit. Ooh, I didn't know there's a gold mine hiding down there. Yeah, this is the one I was going for. So if I can get this... Yeah, I thought it was iron. So if I can get the iron mine down and connect it up to my road before I'm out of money... Oh. I thought that there was an opening here, but there isn't. Oh, hey, and there's another archaeological site hiding down here. That's cool. Did not notice that. So, do I build a tunnel then? I don't know how I can get through this. Okay, so yeah, it let me build a tunnel. Or did it? I thought it did. Okay, yeah, so I have a tunnel. But it's not coming through the other side. So where's the tunnel going? It's a tunnel into nowhere? What's going on? Okay, it went away again. Alright, so start construction. Okay, I'm just gonna... Why? What's going on here? Do I have to... I do not know how to build a tunnel, apparently. So... I am confused. Construction cost $2,000. Okay, so I put that down. Part of the tunnel is not underground. Is the air it's giving me. Okay, I'm giving up. I'll figure that out later. Let's get time moving again. I got what I wanted built to be down. And this seems like a great spot to possibly put down another dock to get a little bit more going in. Well, that tunnel is completely pointless. Yes, it is, Big Red. I'm not sure how that mechanic is working. And the monuments that my pirates steal is like furniture. Do they disassemble them and assemble them back together on your island? That is a good question. I am not sure. It does say in the mission here for the Taj Mahal that the plane is returning. So they are apparently bringing the Taj Mahal back to my island by plane. So that being said, I do suppose that this must be some sort of an IKEA Taj Mahal, where they would be reassembling it once it reaches my island. That is conjecture, but I believe it seems reasonably safe. Alright, so how can I get a road to this part of the island? So literally it is impossible, because there's no way for me to get the road. What if I build a tunnel through this?
Presidente, there is a flaw in our military machine.
Alright, professional soldiers. Frankly, that doesn't seem like a bad idea anyway, because I am going to be getting invaded reasonably soon once I get to the end of the World War era. And I'll take that 5,000 cash. So what if I build the tunnel over here? Will it let me do that? Terrain is too uneven. But apparently it'll let me go through here. Okay, what if I build it on this side? Does that make a difference? Not enough. Oh, I think I figured it out. Alright, I think I figured it out. So as soon as I get enough money, let me try building that tunnel again. I got myself all screwed up here. Trade route with the Axes, not a problem. I will be happy to export to anyone who's willing to buy from me. Okay, so I got bananas, Axes. Do Nazis like bananas? I'm not sure. Will they buy them for me? Cocoa, cotton, nickel, steel, tobacco. I think tobacco is going to be the best I have. Not enough trade licenses. I'm still trying to send enough meat. I need to get 1,500 more meat to the Allies first. Unless I buy another trade license with the money that I do not have. Awesome.
Announcement from the palace declares that we are definitely winning the war. Keep listening to find out which side we are currently
Hey,
on.
Sims one, what was that? 100,001? Thank you for the follow. I just noticed that. You're awesome. I appreciate the love. Okay, so I got 5,000 cash. I better pause this before that disappears. And let me try this idea, because I think this is what they were trying to get me to do. So if I build it here. Aha! Okay, so I had to tell it where the entrance and where the exit was. They really did not make that clear. So export steel. I'm already making steel, so I'll accept that, no problem. And I'll just go on ahead and get that set up. It's already built? How did my construction workers get over here to build that? Did they scale the mountain? Wow. That I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed. Good job, guys. Slow clap. Good job, guys. Martial law is now ready to be implemented. Not necessarily that I am going to implement it.
For some reason, I other nations never quite manage to properly tax the wealthiest people.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna get that tax measure implemented. Because I still have people living in these mansions. So there's some rich people on the island at minimum. And I'll try to fix that. I'll either... Would you buy this? Would you buy this if you don't have it? I bought it already. I hadn't played Tropico regularly since Tropico 3, which is a long time ago. And... I played a little bit on the 4 and I played a little bit on the 5, but Tropico 6 really seems to get it together. They take some of the best parts from all of the previous Tropicos and they really kind of redesigned it a little bit. So it's got a lot better of a feel, a lot better progression system, I suppose you could say. So yeah, if you've ever played a Tropico before, I'd say Tropico 6 is worth it. If you haven't played a Tropico before, but you like these little like mini city builder things, go for it. It's a bit of fun ride so far. And now the religious want a restaurant. So now they have 2 circuses, and now they're demanding a restaurant. I think they have a different version of the Bible on this island than the one I grew up with. Because I really don't remember the entertainment focus of the church. Yeah, because my religious leaders have never really said that it's our duty to go for restaurants and the like. So I don't know what's going on with this. So yeah, I take the 5,000. Sure, my steel's coming along. But oddly enough, it's not letting me double count the steel. So the 500 steel I'm doing for this mission is not technically being exported. That's interesting. And do I have my trade route? Do I satisfy my trade route? No, it needs 400 meat more for the trade route. Okay, so once I get 400 more meat out there, I should be able to set up this with the axes. And then the only thing I have left to work on is the steel. Alright, but with my military police, I think decreases the efficiency of all religious buildings, increases the hit points of my military squads by 10%. I think I'm going to go ahead and adopt this because I should expect sooner than later a large number of attacks going on, so I think that could be useful. Yay, it's the 1960s and your empire finally figured out the concept of tunnel building. Yes, I'm very proud of that too, Big Red. Instead of building chapels and praying on Sundays, they are more concerned with their circus. And restaurants, apparently. Yes, I fully agree with you. Trade route completed. Fantastic. That means I can go ahead and get the Axis trade route started. What are they... wait, is it import or export? Fulfill import trade with the Axis. So I need to import something from them. With what money? So I need to import... Well, they're not even really offering to sell me anything. Import planks. Well, I'm exporting planks. That doesn't seem worth it. I'm exporting steel, so that doesn't seem worth it. Alright, I'm gonna import planks, I guess. If I'm gonna do that, I might as well see if I can set up a shipyard. 9,500. I don't have enough money to set up a shipyard. Fantastic. All right, let's get the time going again.
Do not panic, President. But
Watchtowers, yeah, I need watchtowers. My military infrastructure on this island is quite poor, to be fair. So, yeah, I'll put one down on the southern end of the island and one on the northern end, just to help keep that safe, hopefully. Going to bed, 6 a.m. Oh, wow, Britain. Yes, go to bed, Sims. But, hey, thank you. Appreciate it, and have a good night.
Presidente, your aid is
All right, got $2,000 in cash. I appreciate the money. Thank you,
Sir,
military
yes, sir.
people.
The operation is back on target.
All right, so hopefully that means I'm going to get my stolen statue in soon.
Asking, how can I help El Presidente win the war? The palace replies, vote El Presidente in the next election.
2,000. I don't think that's enough yet. But I'm going to go ahead and pay for the blueprints at least. So once I get a little bit of cash in, I'll be able to actually build it. And that'll be one additional industry that I'll be able to use for exporting, which ideally will get me out of debt a little bit faster. Was Sims on Twitch? Maybe I should consider making a Twitch account. Yep, he was over. I'll be back on tomorrow or today. Oh, hey, I'll look forward to seeing you again, Sims. And Big Red on YouTube. Yes, Sims was on Twitch. But yeah, Twitch is handy. I mean, it really only does one thing. It only does games. So, I mean, if you like watching games, and yeah, Twitch is probably not a bad place to be.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that
All right, I'm at 42% support, so yeah, I guess I better not put it off again, because last time that did not go over too well. Job happiness, well, come on, be an adult. No one's happy with their jobs. Healthcare happiness, I mean, that's fair, because I don't actually think I have a single medical building on this island. Alright, I'll acknowledge job happiness. I'll praise the religious, because if it wasn't for them, I would not have any circuses or restaurants on the island. I won't blame anyone. And I'll promise to build some healthcare.
Tropico,
Oh,
beloved home,
having the red...
adoring. Of course, life is tough for those
Yeah, I'll take the cash.
folks. I understand.
But yeah, having this speech in front of my
Soon my people
wonderfully red
have tolerable
palace
bigger
really makes it special. I like this. And the only people here to watch my speech are the people who I pay to protect me. That's fantastic. Oh, here comes somebody. Oh, he's a police officer, so also protection me. All right, 50% up, 34% down.
More doctors, do I hear? But that is not enough. We need better doctors. It is you, my friends, who I thank for making me what I am today. I am proud to be your Presidente. Viva Tropico!
I guess your palace could be called the Big Red Palace. Yeah, Big Red. I'm actually going to call my palace Clifford. Clifford, the Big Red Palace. I don't think that's copyright or trademark infringement. Definitely. I think that I should get away with that. Alright, so the speech is over, and I am... Raid completed! Heist! Alright, so does that mean I have... Taj Mahal somewhere? Can I build a Taj Mahal? I can. I just need money. But I'm going to go ahead and get that embassy down for the Axes, because I'm really running a little bit out of time, because this is the World War era and it's already 1968. So my whole economy blunder kind of delayed things a little bit more than it probably should have. But yeah, so I'll get this up to 4K speed again so I can get that embassy done. This way I should be able to declare a side and with that being completed, I should be able to get one of them to like me enough to declare me a ally, and if they can declare me an ally, I should be able to move out of this and hopefully declare victory as soon as I get enough money. Because I've got the happiness, I've got the sabotage missions complete.
I had the nightmare again,
Build more
Presidente.
watchtowers. Okay, fine. I'll build a couple more watchtowers. Because once they start invading me, I'm going to need them. So they're 600 a pop. When can you start making rockets with uranium? We got to get the Cuban Missile Crisis going again. Well, I think by the time I'm actually going to be able to do rocketry, it's probably going to be like 2020. Ask for financial aid from both of them at this point. They don't like me enough, so I'll praise them and get money from them. Okay, so now I'm up to 78, so I can ask them for money. And now I got 28,000. Okay, well, that worked out pretty well. And they will allow me to do a... Alright, so the Axes will invite me to an alliance. So I'll wait until I get the money from the UK. Oh, there's a fire. My circus is on fire! No! All of the religious people in Tropico are not going to like that. Alright, so I think I got the money from the British. So I think I can go ahead and request the alliance with the Axes now.
It is so much
I
fun.
mean, they want me to import one item from them. And then finish loot and have a pirate cove.
Another day, another deal complete.
And I exported that, so I get the money, so perfect. I've got cash now. Suddenly I have a whole lot of cash. I have no idea where that came from, because I've been freaking poor this entire game. But, fair enough. So I'll get that pirate cove down, as it's a condition for me to maintain my alliance with the Axis powers. So perfect, I got that down. What else did they need? Oh yeah, I need to import something from them. What will they be willing to sell me? Didn't they want to sell me timber? Or logs or planks? No, allies want to send me planks. Import milk. So literally the only thing that they're willing to sell me is milk. Well, if it's my only choice, I'll take it. So, and then I need to loot 4 times, which will be this building here. Oh no, loot is a pirate, not this. So I'll do a couple of treasure hunts just to get a little bit more money coming in. And as soon as this is done, I should be able to do some loots. And that will allow me to maintain and establish my... Yeah, alright. Sorry, I was just thinking that out in my head real quick. I was getting myself a little confused. But perfect. So I will be getting myself going here. I do need to put down the watchtowers. And I'm going to go ahead and put down the army base as well. because I'm starting to get to the point where the allies are going to start invading me. And they are harder than you would think. So I'll put a watchtower down here as well. And where can I put a army base that's going to be out of the way? Well, I think an army base literally next to my palace would give me a little bit of confidence. Oh, and it does not need to be necessarily connected to the road. So I can put it down any way I wish. Alright, so I'll just put that down right there. You are a genius. You are a communist dictator with axes, but at the same time steals money from the allies. Thank you, Big Red. Indeed, I made them friendly just enough to give me enough money that I can use to build an army base to kill them with. So they gave me just enough money that I will now be able to fight them off once they want to come back and take their money back.
I am inspired. I have solved the problem of capitalism.
With a police station. Well, you know, that's fair. I mean, I guess the police are just as good as you want them to be. So yeah, a police station in their hands could be an effective tool to defeat capitalism, sure. I'll go ahead and build that right here next to my army base. And I do want to put one more industry down, which would be the shipyard. Just so that those planks that I'm making will be able to be put to good use. 49% are supporting me for election, 16% undecided. That's a little bit closer than I would like it to be. And they're offering me a free random blueprint. But I have no idea where to actually be able to... Oh, hey, the Pirate Cove is done? Alright, cool. So I need to complete 4 loot missions to make the Axes happy. So I'm just going to queue those up right now. And then I'm going to steal Stonehenge and put it right next to my fire department so it doesn't burn the heck down like it did 2 days ago. Sorry, I'm still a little salty about that. I stole Stonehenge, and those are the first thing I stole from one of those missions. I put it right up in a pristine spot to build my tourism industry around, and it caught fire like 8 times in a row. Election day in 5 months. It's 48% at this point. That's a little bit on the close side. Produce hides. I'm producing a ton of hides already, so yeah, sure.
I'm sure the good citizens of Tropico intend to vote for you.
Yeah, let's adjust them just a little bit. I'll feel better about that. Got 11,000 ready for export. Oh, look at that. I have 10,000 milk ready for export. I wonder where I got that milk from. Oh, wait, no. Fulfill an import trade route. I thought I had already set that up for milk. Alright, so I've imported 1,000. Which is what I have here ready for export. So I got 1,000 in, I'm turning it right around and sending it back out again. But I need 1,500 more to be able to do that.
Rejoice in your support, Presidente.
I don't understand how those stones fueled the fire for so long. Neither do I, Big Red. That was a head scratcher, I tell you. I'm glad you were confused by it too, because I really did not understand what was going on there. Alright, so go ahead and redapt religious and state. Proclamations. Perfect. I do have that second watchtower down here, don't I? Yeah, that's under construction. So hopefully the last bit of my milk are coming in now. That would be ideal. Then the only thing I have to
Victory is
do...
yours, Presidente. I knew that you would succeed. And not just because I personally filled in all the ballots, then counted them myself.
Alright. It sounds like they didn't catch on to my... Yeah, no one's complaining. What's this? Is there a plane? Oh, so the import trade route comes in by plane, I guess? Huh. That's interesting. Did not know that. I just randomly saw a plane coming in and was like, okay. So I do have profit going on. Got my army base up.
Presidente, I know you always keep your...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I promised them health care. Those needy jerks. They want food and health care and... Come on. What do they think it is? Made out of money? Alright, let's see. I put one here. I put one on that side of town.
The best defense is a...
Alright, I'll take the money. 23 unemployed, 94 homeless. Oh, that's true. I haven't really built a residential building since the game started, if I remember right. Just those couple of bunkhouses that they forced me to right at the beginning. So, yeah, I suppose I better plop down some bunkhouses here. So, yeah, this looks like a good spot. I hate putting bunkhouses right next to my palace. Like I said, I like having a nice view of my city. But I mean, hell, I already ruined it with this circus, so I might as well put down a few bunkhouses as well. I think Tropico might be set in a parallel universe where fire are fueled by stones and none preaches in circuses. You might be onto something, Big Red. Yeah, I don't understand that. And the communists care more about opera houses and... what was the other thing that they kept wanting me to build? Opera houses. Oh, they gave me the blueprint for the mansions. That's right. And yeah, opera house and theater. Yeah, they gave me the blueprints for opera house and theater and mansions. And I think maybe one other thing too, but those are not the communists I would envision. Those would not be the demands I would expect communists to make of me. Let's just say it that way.
I understand. Our requests have been fulfilled.
Alright, I'll take the 2,000 in cash. So the only thing left I need is to loot 4 different times. And that should bring this age to an end. And I do have a couple of healthcare options in place now. So that's 33 out of 49. So hopefully that will be going up here pretty quick. Alright, my bunkhouses are finishing up here at a pretty decent clip. And my hides... 800, so that should be done here shortly too. Alright, so I'm making a little bit of progress. I'm happy to see that. What's this coming in now? Oh, those are my... Oh, that's my raid. That's not trade, that's raid.
Excellent, excellent. I'm so...
Free random blueprint, but they don't tell me what that blueprint is, do they? So does it just unlock a blueprint at random? Is that how it works? Because it says it gave me a free random blueprint, but they have not specified what that blueprint is. That is slightly annoying. All right, Big Red, you're off. Always a pleasure. And yeah, I think the quality of the stream is probably the same on both. But yeah, if you want to pop over to Twitch, you're more than welcome to. But I hope you have a good one. And yeah, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow too. I usually hop on like right after the wife and the kid go to sleep, because they go to sleep way too early. And I do have a little bit of insomnia. So this is a good way for me to use it. But yep, good night and enjoy the rest of your day. Or evening. Alright, 35. It's not going up as fast as I would like it to. And I am starting to create a whole population center here. So I'll go ahead and slip in a doctor's office right next to the circus. Hopefully that'll keep them satisfied. I just put up time here a little bit. 84 homeless citizens. Yikes. Alright, come on, get these finished up. I just basically need to hold this off until those loot missions can be completed.
Presidente, I am inspired. I have solved the problem of capitalism.
Hire a Ministry of Interior. Well, is this my ministry? Yes. I didn't even know I had one of those. Alright, so Ministry of the Interior, hire the communists. Job quality of all buildings by 2 points? That's not bad. I'll actually do that right now.
We're almost like brothers, Presidente.
Set constitution of voting rights to wealthy citizens vote. I don't know if I like the sound of that. These would probably be a little bit less inclined to vote for me, since I'm taxing them, of course. But yeah, I'll do that just for that $5,000. And I'll take your $5,000. So the capitalists and the communists are both giving me money at the same time. So that's fantastic. If you can manage to keep both of them happy at the same time, you're doing something right. And my money's going up at a pretty decent clip. And my loot missions are on their way. Hired here. 2 doctors here. 2 doctors here. Perfect. So all of my doctors are hired and in place. So that means I should probably be able to get this to 49, I'm hoping, without too much difficulty. Got a freighter coming in. I got $26,000 of stuff ready for export. So that is good to see. I'm going to go ahead and praise them, get a few more points in, because hopefully I can ask them for financial aid before too long. Alright, got my first loot mission completed. hides, iron, and banana.
I've tried. And let's face it.
Set the Constitution on policy to happy childhood.
For-profit business is always the way to go.
God makes
For-profit
blasphemy but I've
business
always found forgiveness
request
the
is a
prettiest
prison.
part of my religion. El Presidente, ignore this messenger of mammon and invest in...
All right, I'm going to go with the prison because I do think I'm going to need a prison anyway.
From the skies.
So I might as well get a reward for building it.
That no country thinks Tropico is worth sending rockets against.
I'm going to put the prison right next to the circus. I think that delivers a good message. I think I got a little bit too close to the logging camp. I probably cut down some of the resources that they were able to get access to. But frankly, yeah, this just seems picturesque. You can go here, have a good time at the circus, and when you're done, you can remind yourself why you listen to me when I tell you to do what I tell you to do. That sounds appropriate, so I'm okay with that.
Making stuff is good.
Produce coconut.
That's what.
Don't I already have a coconut farm somewhere? No, I think that was in the last map. Yeah, I think the last map gave me a coconut harvester. So where can you build coconut farm? Wait, what's this? Tannery.
Our money's at work, Prez.
Yeah, I'll take the money. So this is giving me a little bit of an area of green. I only need to get 1,000 coconuts. So yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. I'll go ahead and put that in place here. I'm at 58, 59 support. That's actually a lot higher than I would have given myself. So I'll take that. And got enough boats here ready for export that my money should be fine. $6,000 ready to go out. That was kind of a weak export cycle, but I'll take it. Alright, so the only thing I have left now is money. If I can just save up enough money, I'm good to go for this. And my healthcare got up to where it needed to be. Oh, come on. The chapel's on fire again. I really think that there might be an issue with the religious community on Tropico. At least they were able to put it out easy enough. Alright. Looks like I finished my research. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock labor policy. Because those are the last two constitutional issues I have for this era. So we got 3,500 now.
Excellent, excellent.
Perfect. So that gave me an extra 2,000. So let me check out my broker.
Would any of these be of interest to you? It's all strictly above board.
Textile mill. Okay. Yeah, I got 12,000 in my account. So I should be able to get a couple of things here. I'm going to go with a barracks because I should be getting some attacks soon. And a textile mill, why not? I've got the wool for it. And I got 7,000 left. So I can buy 4,500 for 5,000 Swiss. I'll hold off on that. That's not...
I sometimes wonder about your final...
Build houses. Yeah, sure. I can build houses. I don't mind giving you what you want, as long as what you want isn't insane or going to cost me much. Alright, so I'll put a house here. I need to find a small area that I can fit another house into. Yep, that works. I'll put a house there. So that should keep her happy. Apparently the religious people like houses. Go figure. Alright, so that's giving me my second house. I got 2 loot conquests done.
A good deed, Presidente. Performed.
Yeah, I'll take the cash. And I never got around to building my textile mill. Didn't I buy a textile mill for free based off of Swiss money? Where do I get access to that? Yeah, I mean, I bought that in a barracks. So where do I get the free ones? I bought it from the broker. Alright, so I have no idea where I can actually get those back from. But I 100% know that I bought them.
Flying cars the future? Only if Tropico can win the war. So remember, if you want flying cars, be vigilant and buy war bonds.
So it's not hidden under edicts. Well, I'm mightily confused. Alright, well, I got 75 homeless citizens still. That's insane. 28 unemployed. That's not looking too good. But I'm hesitant to build much. Because if I build it, then it comes out of my money. And the only thing I'm trying to do now is save money. So I'm basically incentivized to do nothing. That's kind of weird how that works. But I do need to get at least... Provides an infantry squad to fight the military. Alright. So I do think I probably should put down a barracks, because I am so close to finishing out the World War mission, and that means I'm going to start getting attacked. So if I'm going to be getting attacked here any minute now, I better go ahead and invest on getting up an additional military unit. I want you to engage the attackers, and I should be able to adopt military police.
Why pay for police officers?
Okay. And then martial law will allow me to... Okay, that's not what I was looking for. There is an option here where I can actually turn my cops into a military unit as well. And I think that would be to my advantage, because as soon as I finish that last loot quest, I'm going to have to prevent 6 attacks on me from the allies. So that is going to be an issue if I don't get my military infrastructure up. Whoa, 55,000 exported. Nice. So I'm almost to that last win condition.
I had the nightmare again,
Alright, build 2 more watchtowers. I'll take that mission just because it complements what I was already planning on doing. Because that will get me a couple of additional points where I can hang up the incoming soldiers who will be here any minute. So yeah, I put one down here so that it can guard the dock. And it shouldn't be long for that last loot mission to come in. And as soon as it does, I think everything's going to go to crap. Okay, I'm at 4 times speed here. Okay, I'll take the money. I need to get up to 50,000. Happiness is holding steady at 45 out of 45, so that's pretty good. Produce iron. I'm already producing iron, so sure, I'll accept the mission. At least I think I'm producing iron. Yeah, okay. I did build both
I
those.
understand. Our requests have been fulfilled.
All right, so I just need to expel the Axes from Embassy. Wait. Set diplomatic state of Axes to Alliance. Oh, okay, I get it. So, sorry, old chap. It seems like I had the wrong measure of you. Turns out you're a few inches short of a yard. Thought you were one of the good guys, so fair warning. Bad idea to break ties with the U.S., with us allies, unless you're asking for a carefully measured response. So I need to import something, or they will break relations. So if I can keep them on side for just a little bit longer, that probably wouldn't be a bad thing. So what will they sell me at a good price? 3,000 loss for planks that I can turn into boats, which I can then sell for a profit. Yeah, that doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. I'll go ahead and import planks.
Our brave Presidente today took a courageous step by forming a Tropico has ceased trading with a certain major superpower. The palace's statement? They don't trade fair, so neither will we.
Fair enough. Okay. Wow, I still got 8 people watching. It's getting a little bit late. Yeah, I mean, I'll wait and finish up this map at the very least. But if anyone here wants to say hello, I mean, I'm always happy to entertain the chat if I can. Alright, so I got the planks in. So hopefully I can get that over to the... Wow, I'm already sitting on 6,000 in the plank section. Wow. So I really didn't need to import any planks at all. That was just a waste of money. Hire Ministry of Defense. Yeah, sure, I will do that. Do you have a specific... The Militant Defense Minister. Okay, fair enough. I should be able to do that with no problem. Department of Defense, the Militarist. Police stations will provide infantry squads. Oh, that's where I get that tech from. So I actually get the ability to turn my police officers into infantry through the defense minister, not through a tech. Alright, I'll take the money. That's getting me close to that 5,000 mark. Oh, Eldrish, you're still around. Hey, points to you. It's been a while, but thank you. I appreciate the view, because this is literally the most successful my stream has ever been. So I'm actually kind of pleased about that. Ooh, so close. I got to 48,000 out of 50. So hopefully one more ship will do that. And I still haven't received anything from the Allies. So it looks like I might actually be breaking my relations here pretty soon. Because, well, I mean, I suppose I still have 2 years, so it's hardly make or break at this point. Alright, so I've got plenty of tobacco coming in. What's this? It's empty.
Well,
Oh,
as
Tropico's
far as
now
stabilize
under
what
attack.
remains of the Allies and the Axis, a new era dawns. But I fear the sky is not Tropican blue.
Alright, so I've advanced, and I'm now being attacked. What do you mean the war is over? I'm literally being under... I'm going under attack right now. Alright, I'm going to go for atheism. And economy first, so I'm going to pollute all I can. Alright, so I'll go ahead and do partial separation of government.
President, my comrades and I...
Build some newspapers. Where's the attack? Alright, so they're trying to attack my ranch, it looks like. And also my circus. So they're really going after the critical aspects of my infrastructure, because without my ranch or my circus, then everything is for naught. All right, so the allies are attacking on this side. Oh, they're also going for the bunkhouse. But I've literally got nothing in form of defense up there. Well, let me slow down here. The high quality battle animation.
It seems that they want the choice.
I'm gonna skip the speech. So my squads are not handling them too well. I like how the new immigrants to my island have to jump over the dead bodies to be able to get actually onto the island. And my tanks are, well, from the sounds of it, taking a train across the ocean. I don't know why it has a train horn, but okay. I was complaining about that the last time I was playing too, because these boats definitely have a train horn. Alright, so the tanks are crossing. I am getting damage, but hopefully the tanks coming in here are going to be enough to repel them. I don't know why they're taking this scenic detour when I got a road right here. Yeah, Kalypso spared no expense for the military fighting animations. But victory! Building destroyed. Tavern. Why? How did my tavern get destroyed? Oh. So they really went after the Achilles heel on my island. They attacked the tavern. Alright, so my infantry survived and are heading home. Very good. And I think that is actually the end of that mission. But again, they don't tell you that you're actually done with that mission. So I'm a little confused. Because, yeah, when I opened it up, they said that the goal was to get to the next era, which I did. And now that I'm here, they haven't given me a new mission. So I'm going to may have to take a look at that and see exactly what is supposed to happen once I get to that part of the mission. Alright, but what can I do with this newspaper? I want to get close. Perfect, that works. And I do have too many unemployed people at the moment. Or how, I probably have too many unemployed people too, to be honest. But I was actually planning on upgrading some of my housing options here.
Let me add to your infinite wisdom, Presidente.
What use is power if you don't exercise?
I like how they all go down together. There's something a little cathartic about that. Alright, so let's unlock the tenements. Because, honestly, these give you some of the best bang for your buck in regards to cheap and efficient housing on a very low budget. Alright, my homeless numbers are going to explode here because I'm destroying so many buildings, but it's going to be very temporary, so I hope I can get away with it.
Perfectly normal.
And frankly, this game does give a little bit of a bad name to tenements. I actually lived in a tenement for like 2 years in the Czech Republic when I was living over there. But of course, it was after the fall of the Soviet Union. But you know, those buildings still exist over there. But you know, with a little bit of renovation and you know a nice fresh coat of paint, they're actually quite comfortable.
We can't bank on saving the planet if people don't have any interest in being green.
I really don't like entertaining the environmentalists,
Stay vigilant,
but fine.
Presidente. Subversives are everywhere. Heck, I might be one.
Alright, well, I mean, I got the embassy already, so I suppose I can invite them back. And my tanks are making it back to the army depot, so that's very good.
You bought us some time, Presidente. I'm not sure how much or what it cost. And for
Alright, so I'm sitting on a decent amount of money, so I'm pleased about that. Election day is coming up. I forgot I approved an election. Alright, but yeah, like I said, I frankly feel like I am done with the mission that I accepted at the start of this game. So I'm gonna see what happens after I finish this newspaper. And if it doesn't look like a main quest, I might just call it a night. Activate work mode red star for every Oh, yeah, how about right here in the volcano? That works. Alright, I'm going to put the Taj Mahal here. It's a little bit out of the way, but the effects it has on the economy seem to be global. And this could be a nice little set-up point for tourism. Oh, holy heck. Oh, they literally just bring it in full force and drop it. Alright, well, Big Red, if you see this tomorrow, that answers your question about the IKEA incident.
It is good to see you. Lemonade? Something.
Okay, so... now I need to find that childhood museum. And maybe I should go on ahead and put down that tourist port. Yeah, because tourism doesn't unlock until the Cold War era, so this is actually the first time I actually have the opportunity to go on ahead and do that. Here they are. So, Childhood Museum provides fun for visiting citizens and tourists, influence visitors, no wealth requirement. Unique. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put my Childhood Museum right next to the Taj Mahal. And the mausoleum provides fun for visiting the citizens and tourists, influence visitors, gain money for up to 50 filthy rich citizens upon their death. Preferred by cultural enthusiasts, tourists, no wealth required. Okay, so yeah, this could be a nice little cornerstone. The Taj Mahal is a tomb?
Tropico's cultural landscape is far from dead.
I never knew that the Taj Mahal was actually a tomb. I always heard that it was like some sort of like built as like a romantic gesture. I thought it was. So was it like originally designed for that, and then it became a tomb after the whatever the leader of that area was when he died or something?
You, Presidente. I myself intend to vote for you.
Okay, 65%. Alright, I'll do this one honestly. Let's see what happens. Because frankly, I think I've already won. So, I'm okay with that. And now it wants me to focus on... Alright, so mausoleum... I'd like to put this one a little bit further away just to break up. I don't want to have too much in one spot. So if I put this down here, that gives me a nice little square that I can use to develop a tourist economy.
What a pleasure to finally meet you. Rumors suggest that you have been my ally for some time. Though, who believes rumors?
Good morning, Presidente.
Demolish your ministry, demolish your customs office.
Need of spy codes. So sad, but the party is correct.
Okay, well, I don't know what you think would be gained.
Greetings,
Oh,
President.
more demands.
And
Wow.
listening I assure you all that no sensitive information will be.
Alright, get the fulfill export of the Eastern
The
Bloc.
commissar of the party has invited me to
Wow,
help improve the
increase
lives of the
my
comrades,
job
Presidente.
happiness
It is my dream
that
come
much?
true. We must start with jobs.
Wow, that's gonna be tough. The easiest way to increase job happiness is pay him more, but I'm not exactly rolling in dough here. And election days in 2 months. Yikes. Alright, so once I get a little bit of money, I think diversifying into the tourism industry should be my top priority, because that's going to be able to get me in money without too much difficulty. And even after putting up all of these Penelec Sedlichte buildings, I'm still well near 100 people homeless. Alright, I'm gonna need to get my... Well, you know, I might as well go for Happy Childhood. I'll change it later, but if I have that many unemployed people, I really don't think population is my biggest issue. So, yeah, I might as well go ahead and demolish this. At least demolition is free, as far as I can tell. So, I might as well get that down. And customs office. Okay. So, I'll get that destroyed too, I suppose. And alright, I'll wait for that to go down. One research lab for free. Destroy all of the religious buildings. Wow, they just don't give you a lot of time here. They just hit you with one demand after another. Alright, so yeah, I'll throw down an apartment complex here. And I'll throw down another tenement or two before that money disappears. Okay, just one. That's all I had the money for, just the one. Yeah, I'll go with that one, I suppose. And they did say something for free. Wasn't it like a research lab for free? Where did I get that free research lab? I don't have access to anything. I'm certain she said research lab. Did she not? Okay, research lab. In research lab free. So it says free, but it also says insufficient funds. So how the heck am I able to do that for free? Okay. Interesting. Milk, meat, planks, leather, coal, canned goods, steel. So except for this coal, everything is a processed and refined good. So at least I know I'm not leaving a lot of money on the table. Alright, so this will get me out of debt so I can finally afford to build my free research lab. Alright, so research lab free. Oh, I have to pay to unlock the blueprint. And then I can build it for free. Well, that's annoying and stupid, but okay, at least I can understand it. So do I have any other free things? Because I thought I got promised free stuff before. And then never figured out where it was or what to do with it. Yeah, it was textile mill, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure someone promised me a free textile mill and then never delivered on it. Oh, no, I got excited, but that's destroy. Destroying is free. Yeah, so it looks like I literally have nothing else that I can do for free. I could swear that someone's promised me free stuff in the past. So I find that slightly annoying, but okay. And now I'm out of money again. So I'll go ahead and put this up to 4K. Because I think if everyone has...
The lack of love for El Presidente. Remember, loving El Presidente is your patriotic duty as a Tropico.
Oh, that's where he was going with it. I was like, wait, is he telling everyone to hate me now?
Prez. Boy, do I feel good today. Stock.
Okay, so I gotta destroy my religious buildings too, actually. I forgot about that. So, down with you and down with you.
It is done, Presidente. Oh, I have just had
6666.
a productive exchange of ideas with the commissar himself.
The money that they gave you for that was $6,666. I find that clever. Demolish all banks.
You're looking healthy. Perhaps
Tavern with 160% efficiency?
not give them any more.
How do you manage 160% efficiency at a tavern? I know I've got a tavern. Not entirely sure where it is, but I'll find it. But yeah, 160,000? 160%?
Enough, eh, Comrade Presidente? But Kuznetsov is capable, and I am a busy man. And we are not friends after all.
Half poor 69 to 50%. I should be able to do that.
Fair, President.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Wealth should be shared.
That was an
I
instant
understand that you
pass.
have your
Presidente, the party tells us
Demolish
that
all
justice is
mansions,
possible
demolish all
only when
houses.
All people are equally miserable. Am I missing something?
Okay, so now I gotta destroy my mansions in the house I literally just built. So, there they go. Now I need to destroy the houses, including the two I just built. Three, 4, 4 houses. And I thought I put one back here somewhere. Houses, where are you?
His spate of vandalism has been denounced by the palace as sour grapes. Poor people simply don't understand the pressures of wealth, a spokesperson said.
There's one. So there's one more house around here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Found you. Goodbye. And then that just leaves the country homes over here. I'm so glad that they have me tearing down literally all of my houses when the majority of my people are already homeless anyway. So unlock that for 1,000. How big of an area is this? Ooh, that's actually quite large. So I can't even fit that where the mansions were. But I can get 2 of them down here. And that's probably the size of a tenement, isn't it? Yeah, that's the size of a tenement. Okay. And is that... Yeah, that's the size of a tenement too. Okay, perfect. So I was able to turn the amount of space that like 8 people were living into the amount of space like for 50 people to live. So that's at least efficient. I got the research lab coming along. All right. So since those are actually getting built now, I suppose I'll just go on ahead and get rid of these country houses. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be all of them. They're just gathered right around this lake here.
The mansions are destroyed, Presidente. Good.
5, 4, 3, 2.
But what is wrong with the world?
They're getting a...
You seen Comrade Kuznetsov, President?
Build tenements 4. Well, that should be no problem. I got 2 of them under construction already. Job happiness is still shit. Or, still not good. Communism is expanding. Environment is still ugly, but that's okay. Yeah, so this tavern with 160% efficiency that the religious organization wants me to do. That's really what's confusing me the most here. So first I need to actually find my tavern. Well, actually, maybe I'll just build a new tavern. There's not much that's going to fit here anyway, so I might as well utilize it for something for the common good. Alright, yeah, I'll put it right here. Get this game speed up a little bit again. Tenements are coming along, and so is the conventilo, whatever that is. I'm not entirely sure, to be quite honest. Freighter took out 19, 37, 24. Medium rebel threat, that's not good. I do think I have enough military left over because I didn't tear down my infrastructure after the end of the Cold War. Or after the World War period, so I think that should still be sufficient for a medium rebel threat. First tenement's done, and it's already full. Research is complete for my assembly ban. That's good. So I'm going to go on ahead and destroy these decorations. And I'm going to just go on ahead and redo this road. Oh, it won't even let me do that? Ah. Why not? That's gonna annoy me if I actually can't do that. Wow. That's annoying. Okay, so if I put down a tenement, Yeah, they're about the same size. So that's not really going to help it with anything. If I put this... I don't have enough money for it. Darn. Alright, so at least I can maintain a connection between this part of my city and this part of the city. So that at least is good.
Tropico. Current flight times are less than a second, but our scientists are working hard on improving that.
And that will get me my last 2 tenements needed to complete that mission. Alright, so they're heading over to finish this one now. Diplomatic super party. Okay, so that was a mission from someone. Research experimental ground. Wow, I got so many missions. Issue. Oh, they want me to issue it, not just research it. So what is it? Increases standing of each superpower by $20,000 to issue it. Wow, I'm gonna need to save up just to be able to issue that one edict. Fair enough. Alright, now my homelessness is still at 79. Wow. I was gonna say that I'm sure my homelessness is down because of all of the buildings I've completed, but maybe it's just that the buildings that I've completed are too far away from anybody that they don't want to live there. Oh well. What's the time? Oh wow. Okay, it's actually going on to 2:30 for me. So maybe it's time for me to shut this down because I've been going for about 4 hours now. And like I said, I'm not even sure if this mission is over yet or not. So I might hop off for now and check out Google and just see when does this mission end. And if there is more to do in terms of the core mission, I might come back and finish the 2 I started from today. Because I'm feeling like there probably is more to the mission than I thought originally. But regardless, I appreciate your time and attention, everybody. If you're still hanging around, feel free to follow or sub. I certainly appreciate it because I am just starting out. And, it's not an easy thing. But regardless, I've been having fun, and it's really given me an opportunity to play games I haven't really been able to play for like a decade now. So for the most part, it's been a blast for me. But regardless, if you want to come back and see how these missions finish up tomorrow, I'll be more than happy to welcome you back. But I do thank you for your time, and have a great night, and catch you later.